All right, everybody, welcome to the Monday night teaching call. We do this every Monday. This is pretty much what we call the bump card Monday night teaching call. It's something that we do every Monday. I enjoy doing it. I like doing it for everybody out there. Hold one second. I got one problem with the computer. Bear with me. I'm recording. All right, very good. Here we go. So what I want to do tonight is I want to kind of cover something that it was exposed to me in 2016. I remembered it today, and I want to kind of go over it with you. I found it online, as a matter of fact, and it's called the Ten Commandments, but not the one you're thinking of. It's the 10 Commandments of MLM. This will help you think in the direction of having a successful, sustainable MLM career. I remember hearing this, gosh, over 4 years ago now, is when I heard this, and I wrote it down and remembered everything, but I had to find it today because I was missing a couple of them. I had the other ones. But with that being said, folks, I'm going to give you a second just to get your pen and paper. You're going to want it. I mean, I'm glad I had it in 2016 when I saw this. So I'll go over some things first to give you time before we go into the 10 commandments, as I call it. So ask yourself, or just think about it. What does it take? What does it truly take to create a long-term success in what we call network marketing, MLM? You know, whenever someone asks you this question, I've heard this question. I hope you have too. Usually, when they ask you, well, what does it take to be successful? You know, what you'll hear is these things. You'll hear a lot of noise, and there are a lot of answers that get thrown in there. Some of them we already heard. Well, be positive. You know, show your enthusiasm. Believe in the product. Talk to everyone that's in a 3-foot rule. We've heard those. Or go for 100 no's because there's going to be some yeses in there, you know. And then we always hear the one that we always hear, just work harder, you know. We hear that too. But what does it really take? I mean, what does it really take to succeed in this profession? Here, I'm going to give you this shortcut, and it's the 10 Commandments. It's the 10 MLM Commandments. It's not going to take a long time to go through this because they're short. They're short. So number one, what you have to adhere to, which is very important, is these are simple things that you've heard before, but you might need to hear them again. Number one, be professional. Be a professional at whatever it is you do. That sounds obvious. I get it. It sounds really obvious, right? But what does that mean? I mean, when you think about it, what does it mean being professional? What does that mean? Well, in any industry, a professional is someone this is what I think, who they spent not many years, but enough time studying their future function. Well, in other words, in network marketing, you've spent time to study your future function. Your function is in network marketing how to attract people, how to talk to people, how to draw interest. And that doesn't mean in person. That means every way you can. See, a pro is someone who they actually spend an hour or hours every week just practicing his or her skills. Doing what? Analyzing results. You do things and you analyze the results. And you figure out what works best for you. What approach works best. Because I hear a lot of people going, well, do you have a script you can give me? I do, but that's not going to work best for you. Because if it works for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you, because your personality is different. So you become a pro in network marketing when you actually learn from others. You learn from others. Like, there's a guy on here that's been in this business 40 years. I've learned a ton from him. I've done it for 29. I mean, he's done it longer than me. It only makes sense to listen, and I do listen, you know. So, and he gives me value all the time, and I hope I can repay that value sometimes when we talk. But, you know, you learn from others, and you also do things like, you know, in addition to reading books you learn, attending seminars, which those are kind of by the wayside now, unless the seminar is like online. You know, you still have them, but they're different. But you still do what? Attending a seminar like this. You still take notes. Take notes. You read them again and again and again, and diligently you apply what you've learned so it becomes a permanent part of your behavior. That's what a professional does. A professional becomes a student, constantly being a student, constantly making themselves better, and they're always thinking about what? His or her future function. what you're going to do to get to point A that you want to be at. So you become a pro in network marketing also mainly when you learn from others. Now I'm going to tell you something. A lot of people think that the only person you need to learn from are the people that's been doing it longer than you. That's not true. It doesn't matter who it comes from, and it doesn't matter how long they've been in this industry. Everyone has something to add. If someone adds something that you already know, but it's a value, let them know that that is a value. Even if you already know it, let them know that that is great value. But sometimes you can get value from somebody that's only been doing it 6 months or 12 months, or they might remind you of something where you was at when you was in it 6 months and you have totally forgotten it now. You forgot that feeling, but it's always learning. It's always becoming a pro in network marketing by learning from others. That's number one, be a professional. Be a professional, that's number one. Number two, adopt what they call TIE philosophy. Now you're gonna want to write this down. TIE philosophy. What does it stand for? TIE stands for truth, ingenuity, and empathy. Truth, ingenuity, and empathy. Always tell the truth. Always tell the truth, even when it might not seem to be in your favor. Always tell the truth. Even if you see that your prospect doesn't need or want what you have to offer, still tell the truth. Don't twist it to try to convince them into doing something. Because I'm going to tell you something. A person convinced against their will is of the same opinion still. You might convince somebody for a split second, but really their opinion doesn't change. And it comes back to what they were thinking prior to you convincing them. So always tell the truth. There's always a solution to any problem you might have. There is always a solution to any problem, especially in network marketing, where you can really find tons of ready-to-use formulas if you just go searching. If you just go searching, truth, ingenuity, and empathy. Finally, what you need to do is this. That's the truth, ingenuity, and empathy. So the truth is, always tell the truth. Even if you're this close to winning an incentive you've dedicated your life to for the past 6 months. Always tell the truth. Second thing is ingenuity. Develop your ingenuity. Think outside the box. Use what you've been learning. Remember what we talked about, number one? Use what you've been learning. Use what you've been absorbing. Figure out what works as a professional. Always learning. Apply a mix of different skills, things you've learned, things you've read, to find the solution to each obstacle that fits you. What are your obstacles? I don't know. Your obstacle might be your fear. Your obstacle might be hearing somebody say no, might make you cringe. Your obstacle might be hard to pick up the phone and call anybody. Whatever it is, find what it is. Develop your ingenuity to get past that. Get past that obstacle. Like I say, there's always solution. Always. You're going to find tons of them out there, ways to get over things that bother you. And then the third one, develop your ability to what? To empathize with other people. You have to forget about yourself. I want to tell you something about this industry that's very important. Many people are in this industry for themselves. Many people do things in this industry just for them. And those people are normally about whatever they can do to make themselves money. I've seen many people used in this industry as pawns so somebody can make money. I can tell you that people that do that don't last. They go from company to company to company to company. And after you've been through so many companies doing that, people realize what you're doing. Unless you take a person like a person that's on their knocks got 40 years, has spent countless years in one company. One company. Most of those years was only in 2 companies. That's it. That's it. That kind of tells you something. That tells you something. So you have to develop your ability to empathize with other people. You have to forget about yourself. You got to forget about yourself. In a roundabout way, you just about got to forget about your goals. You got to forget about your income, even the promises you made to yourself. When you're facing a prospect, the only thing that counts is this. What does this person truly want? And whatever they want, can I help them get it? Do I have the ability to help them get it? Because if you don't, We got to go back to number one, and you got to keep growing. You got to keep learning. You got to keep doing it where you can get to the point where you're able to do so. Now, most of your companies out there, they should have a procedure, step-by-step procedure that you can follow and grow at it and get better at it to build your business and help people get what they're looking for. Now, this might sound like a cliche. It's the truth. It's the absolute truth. When you're facing a prospect, the only thing that counts is this. What does this person truly want? And can I help them? You might want to write that down. When facing a prospect, the only thing that counts is this. What does this person truly want? And can I help them? Can I help them? So number two, you need to adopt the TIE philosophy: truth, ingenuity, and empathy. That's number two. Okay? Here's the third commandment. And this applies to a lot of people. I can tell you it applied to me when I first started making money. Don't feed your ego meter. There's a lot of people in this industry that's got the ego so big that their head will not go through a normal sized door. It just will not. If you've been around this industry at all and you've been to, regional meetings and national meetings, you've met them, you've talked to them, you have. So do not fall into that trap of feeding your ego meter. This one's coming from experience, number three. The more you say or write, I, me, my, whatever, the less interested you become to your team and to your prospects. The less interested you become. The more you refer to yourself, the higher your ego meter goes, the lower your results go. It happens. Let go of everything that might raise your ego meter. Because I'm going to tell you something, in this business of network marketing, in this arena of MLM, that ego meter will not serve you well. It will not. It will not. Because once you start getting that ego meter going, it's going to take you right into commandment number 4. So let's go back to number 3. Let go of everything that might raise your ego meter. Number 3, don't feed your ego meter. Don't do it. Don't do it. Stay humble. Because if you do, here's what happens with number 4. Because once a person gets better than everybody else, once a person knows more than everybody else, once a person has an ego that's inflated super, super high, here's what they normally revert to when they're prospecting. Hype. Everything begins to become hyped. Everything's hyped. Everything. So number 4 is this. Skip the hype. Skip the hype. We understand your excitement about your company's car program. I'm just going to give you an example. I understand your company's car program, but you, at this point, when you're doing this hype thing, guess what you're not doing? You're not respecting number 2, TIE, that philosophy. It's gone. See, when you're doing this hype thing, let's say you go post on Facebook, your company's giving away free luxury cars, which is not likely. They're not just giving it away. Even if the claim is attracting people to you, you're going, what? Cars? Free? What? See, the people you're attracting with hype, it's not the kind of business partners that you want in your team. It's not. Why? Pretty simple. Imagine how high their motivation is going to be when they read the company's conditions to qualify for the car program, because you didn't tell them that. Okay? Or this. Here's even worse. When they win the car and they get a congratulations letter from the CEO or the company explaining the details in small print what you got to do to get it. You didn't tell them that. These are the things about hype. Hype always just canvases the upside without the detail. And it will get you in trouble. It will have people upset with you because your ego's gotten so big or whatever, you think you don't need to do the hard work anymore. You can just hype it on down the road and people will join you. No, it's not how it works. It's really not how it works. You got to get rid of that. So that's number 4, skip the hype. Number 5, don't pitch. That's a P, I said, pitch. So what I want to tell you is this. When you sound pitchy and you're a salesperson, everybody knows this, but people don't want to listen to you. They just don't. Let's say you meet someone, let's do this, watch this. Let's say you meet someone from another company and you're at a training opportunity presentation or whatever, Or you see someone on Facebook or Twitter and they're promoting another MLM product. And you're thinking, oh, wow. Here's someone who's already sold on network marketing. And since my product and my opportunity is far better than theirs, let's do business together. You're about to pitch somebody. What do you think you might attract into your business that way? What's going to come into your business by thinking that way and pitching somebody? Answer's pretty obvious. Someone who's going to leave your business the next time someone else pitches him on their deal. Here's what you have to remember. When I say don't pitch, this is what I mean. Let me sum it up for you. Build leaders. Don't try to steal them. Let that sink in for a minute. Bring people into the fold the correct way and build leaders. Don't go out and try to steal leaders. Not what you do. Not how it works. And then it amazes me when I see people do that. And I've seen people go steal leaders now. I'm serious. And then they get upset when somebody steals them from them. Just saying. Don't do that. Don't pitch people. Be humble. You know, be original. I mean, be yourself. Be yourself. Don't become this big salesperson, because it just doesn't work. People's red flags fly up immediately. So that's number 5. Number 5, don't pitch. Number 6, you've heard this before. I'm gonna say it again. Think big. Think big. Go ahead. Be proud of your product and be proud of your opportunity. Be proud of it. In fact, what you really need to do is take it a step further. Be proud of the entire network marketing profession. Don't make fun of it. Don't speak disparagingly of others who are involved in a different opportunity than yours. Don't do it. Don't do it. Congratulate everyone sharing any progress, promotion, anything positive about the network marketing in general. Be that person. Be that person. Be that positive person. Now, there are some differences in this. If you're one of the people out there to get recruited on different things all the time, because it happens, and now it's happening a lot because of the pandemic, or whatever we want to call it, whatever the situation going on, there's a lot of companies that's spurring up now. There's a lot of people running to the next shiny object. Ladies and gentlemen, when somebody tries to recruit you and you're happy where you're at, I'm not going to say plant your flag anymore, because that's kind of silly. But if you're happy where you're at and you're going to stay where you're at and build your business, okay? Somebody tries to recruit you, it's okay to be nice and say, thank you for thinking about me, but that one's not for me. That's all. I wish you all the luck in the world. I want you to go knock it out of the park. Be nice about the industry, about the market. The worst thing you can do is go, hey man, you need to look at mine. I don't know what you're doing over there. You need to look at what I'm doing. That's not the best way to do things. It's not. It'll ostracize you in this industry if you do it enough. If you do it enough, it'll happen to you. So remember, think big, edify our business whenever you can. When I say business, I mean the network marketing industry. So number 6 is think big, okay? Number 7, always be prepared. Always be prepared. Picture this situation. Let's say you don't feel good, right? You go see a doctor. During your visit at the doctor, you get the unsettling impression the doctor doesn't really know exactly what to say or do. Think about that for a minute. You're in the doctor's office. You get this unsettling impression from the doctor, doesn't really know exactly what to say or do. Would you trust that doctor? I'm going to say no. Even better yet, would you let that doctor treat you? Certainly not. It's the same in our profession, ladies and gentlemen. You must know without hesitation what to say and what to do in any situation. Whatever your business you're in, if you're not in the bump card and you're here in another company, this applies. You have to know what to say without hesitation when someone asks you a question. It can be very simple. It can be something like, well, what are you doing these days? Or how are you doing? Well, I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing? What do you do for a living? Oh, what do you got to know what to say when you're asked a question. So you need to figure out and sit down to yourself and go, what do I say when somebody asks me what I do? What do I say? What should I say? It's got to fit your personality. It has to. Or what do I say when somebody says, what you been up to? Or how are you doing? How's the family? You got to know. You have to think these things through. You got to know without hesitation in any situation. Here's a fun idea for training. Organize a workshop. You can do it with yourself. You can do it online. You can do it with your people on your phone, your team, whatever. And you guys just have a little debate. Debate how best to handle different prospecting situations or objections. That'd be a great thing for us to do on a training night. Like next Monday night, let's all get together, come up with objections. What's the best thing to say? How does it fit you? That would be a great training. That gets you what? Prepared. It gets you prepared, ready. So you have confidence. And when you know what to say, or you feel you know what to say, at least, it exudes confidence when you're talking to somebody. It really does. So that's number 7. Always be prepared. Always be prepared. Number 8. Let go of the jargon. Some of you might not know what jargon means. Jargon. I'm going to explain it to you. In network marketing, it's full of what? BV, GV, dynamic compression. It's endless. It's an arcane series of pins and titles and the whole thing. I got to tell you something, folks. In the bump card, I adhere to number 8. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of BV and GV, and compression's good, but I'm tired of the pin titles. I just don't like them. Because it kind of, what it does is it pins somebody that's like you're above somebody. I'm not about that anymore. I'm not. So if you look at our compensation plan, we don't have these titles. We don't have BV. We don't have we have volume, which is the gross volume. That's it. But that's what you get paid on, like any sales job, any sales commission job. It's the same. But I don't have titles. The only title I have is Strive for 5. That's when you put 5 people in. That's it. I don't have gold and diamond and silver and bronze and grand poobah. I don't have those things. All that can just go away. It's okay. But imagine, when talking with your prospect, the more you use these words, this jargon, these words, the more you use unfamiliar words, insider terms, like I said, well, when you get this BV on this side and you get this BV on this side, you get this dynamic compression, you got to have a silver. What happens? The more questions you get, and the more questions your prospect has, and the more they want to think about it. That's what happens when you start using these unfamiliar words from people that doesn't understand this industry. Take a really honest look at how you're presenting your opportunity to your prospect. Get rid of every single jargon word. Like a 12-year-old can understand your opportunity. Anyone can. Think about that for a minute. That's important. It's important. If a 12-year-old can understand your opportunity, anyone can. Anyone can. That's why we try to make what we're doing simple. We make it very simple. Number 9. Well, number 8 again, let go of the jargon. Our jargon is the same. Number 9. Think long term, folks. Think long term. There's 2 of these that go really together. Think big, which is number 6, I believe. And then think long term. Do not focus on instant recognition or gratification. Recognition is important. Yes, it is. I understand. Recognition has always been important. Babies cry for it, men die for it. It's just the way it is. I get it. But don't focus on it being instant. Don't focus on instant recognition or instant gratification. Project yourself 10, 20, or 25 months or years or weeks, whatever fits you from now. How do you want people to perceive you? What do you want your team to think of you? Or does it matter to you? You want them to hold you in the highest esteem possible. That's why all of these things are important. You want them to hold you in the high, you want them to think highly of you because you want to think highly of them. It's about building a culture. That culture starts with a long-term thought process. Because if you're thinking short-term, you might be one of those people that's just using people to get a dollar. It doesn't last very long. And it's not good for your resume. Start building the foundation for this long-term thinking now. No matter what company you're in, start thinking long-term. Don't start thinking, well, I've been here a month and it hasn't worked. I got to find something else. You really can't do that. You have to devote your time, your effort, what you're going to do to make that decision for yourself and whatever you want to do. I call it a decision with intention. It is a decision with intention. Okay? So think long term. Make that decision with intention, what you're going to do for yourself, what you're going to do for your team and your family, and then stick to it. Don't give up so fast. Today people just quit. They just quit and they blame everybody else why they quit. And they weren't there for 30 days or 60 days. You know, I put something on the Facebook page the other day that said, people can't understand to put 3 to 4 to 5 years into something and be rich. You know, that's not good, but they'll devote 40 years into something and barely make it. That's okay. It's not good reasoning for me. So think long term. That's number 9. Number 10, develop your leadership. These are the 10 commandments. This is the last one, 10 Commandments of MLM. Develop your leadership. Never complain about the product, okay? Stop complaining. Because when you complain, it's like a plague. It runs through everybody. If you have an issue, get with customer service, figure that out, okay? Never complain about the product. Never complain about the delivery rates. Never complain about the commissions to everybody. If you've got a problem, get with the company and get it fixed. And then it's also another one that says never complain about the qualifications. We don't have any here at the bump card. There are no qualifications that get 5, don't belong to strive for 5. That's it. That's it. Remember this. I want you to write this down. Somebody said this once, and I'm trying to remember what it was, but I remember what it says. What you think, what you do, and what you say creates the results you're getting. What you think, what you do, what you say will create the results you're getting. Take responsibility for what you think, what you do, and what you say. Because that's what's going to drive your results. So develop your leadership. I'm going to tell you something, folks. If you had a leader that was building a team and you're building a team on that team, and that leader's reaching out to everybody, if they've got stinking thinking and they're spreading that through your group, you're not happy. Even though they are a leader of 30 or 40 or 50 years or whatever, they don't have the right to spread that stinking thinking to your team. They don't have that right. That's your team that you put in there. You just happen to be on this big leaders team. You have to control the complaining. Product, commissions, delivery rates, qualifications. I've seen so many Facebook pages with groups, and I've seen so many complaints in there. Well, they didn't do this, and that is the worst thing you can ever do. Imagine yourself if you had a business and you had all your salespeople and you're trying to keep them motivated to go build a business for themselves where everybody's happy, and you're trying your best and something simple happens. something out of your control, but you took care of it. But before you had a chance to take care of it, they're on your company page talking about, well, this is sorry, this is horrible, they did this. That is not, that's horrible. It's not good. It's not something you want to do. Get directly to the component that made the problem happen or made the issue happen, and keep it between A and B. It's an A and B conversation. You don't need to see everybody else into it. You don't need to do that. It just causes problems and it causes doubt. Whenever you cause doubt in your team, guess what else you cause? They're frozen, don't know what to do, don't know what to do. Okay? So again, what you think, what you do, what you say is going to create the results that you're going to get. Okay? So, the 10 again. Number 1, be a professional. Number 2, adopt the TIE philosophy. Truth, ingenuity, and empathy. Number 3, don't feed your ego meter. Will not serve you well. Number 4, skip the hype. Skip the hype. Don't hype things. It just gets you in trouble in the long run. Because normally when you're hyping something that's not true anyway. Number 5, don't pitch. Do not pitch. Number 6, think big. Always think big. Number 7, be prepared. Number 8, let go of the jargon or the jargon. All the terms that people are not related to. They don't understand. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Number 9, think long term. And number 10, develop your own leadership. Develop your leadership. I've seen many people come into a network marketing company, and they'll go put 3 or 4 people in, and all of a sudden things are not going well. But guess what they didn't do? They put 3 or 4 people in, and they didn't go develop themselves. They didn't develop themselves to the next level to take care of those 3 or 4 people and get them to where they needed to be. They didn't do it. They didn't do it. And we know the end result of that. So with that being said, hold on, folks. Let me do something here. Let me bring you back. I can see. All right. So welcome all 53 of you. That was the training portion that I wanted to cover. Now I'm going to take just a moment here. I won't keep you much longer. Most of you here understand that we just launched a new part of the bump card, which is the texting program. We just covered last Friday and today as well, again, on the corporate call. We covered the commission structure on that, and we covered, what else did we cover? Oh, we covered the platform, you know, what you get for each price and things of that nature. So with that being said, I can tell you this thing is going to happen really fast. You're going to have it in your lap. There's some changes that we're making right now because we want to add more things for you that makes it more appealing for you to go out and share. So what I want to do now is I want to talk to you about the best way, some of the best ways I can see to market the texting program. Because let's face it, when it comes to marketing now in 2021, in the 21st century, I guess, emails don't work anymore. I'm just going to go out and say it. They don't work. Let me tell you why they don't work. First of all, I got 58,000 emails on my Gmail account that I haven't read. Okay? That's one reason why I know they don't work. The next reason I know they don't work is this. Most of the people that's marketing online, they always have something to offer you for free. You know, if you go here and you go to this capture page and you put your name and your email in, I'll send you this free ebook that'll teach you how to stand on your head and stack BBs or whatever it is. I don't know. Okay? So, and you put your information in because you want this free ebook, but here, people are smart now. They don't put their real email in there. They go to Gmail and they open up another vanity email because all those capture pages and stuff, that's the email they put in. So guess what? You never see the email campaign that comes behind it because you never check that email account. So they don't work. Emails right now are coming into the spectrum like a fax machine. A fax machine still works, but do you use it? No. 2 reasons. They're not efficient anymore. And 2, I don't know many people that has a landline anymore, but you can plug a fax machine into it. And then fax programs like applications on computers, nobody uses those anymore. They don't use them. They just don't. So that's what's coming with emails. Same thing with emails. Same thing. So what's next? Well, marketing in the 21st century happens to be happens to be right here, folks, on this thing, text messages. That is where it is. I don't make the rule. I don't make the statistics. Here's the statistics. When you send a text message, it lands to its final location 97% of the time. And it is opened within 4 minutes. It doesn't, look, if you had a dozen servers on the Virgin Islands, and you was the only one on those servers, nobody else was on there to get you blacklisted, and you were sending emails through your servers, you are not going to have that kind of delivery rate, and you're not going to have that open rate either. No matter what you do, it's not going to happen. So texting now is the #1 way for people to do what? To converse and market to get people to look at their businesses. The most important thing that's happening in texting today is this. Look, we all have a texting program on our phone. We understand. We can text people. This is a different deal. It's not like your texting program on your phone. All of you that is involved in the bump card, or even if you're not in the bump card and you just want to use our texting services, you can do that as well. We make that available to you. So you have the ability now to do this. I can have a 10-digit number, which is called, it's a 10-digit code. It's a long code. They still have short codes, but they're going to be kind of doing away with those because they're just don't. There's AT&T, Sprint, all of them are trying to do away with 5, 6-digit codes. They want to use the 10-digit code. So it's like a phone number. So with the bump card, you're going to have the ability to have your own 10-digit code. Each and every one of you can have your own. Your own. It's a phone number. It's a 10-digit phone number. Okay? And with that, you can have as many keywords as you want. Unlimited. Okay, what's a keyword, Ron? A keyword is pizza, window washing, whatever. Whatever. And when you say, hey, Dennis, I need you to text pizza to this number, and you'll get all the information that I'm talking about. Or I can say, Dennis, I need you to text MLM to this number, you'll get all the information. Now what's happening is Dennis is going by keyword. It's the same number, but different keywords. So it separates on its own. Dennis is in pizza. Cheryl is in this one. Leonard is in this one. So when I want to send a message out to a certain group, they're separated already. Okay? Anytime you have a question, please put it in the chat, and I promise you I'll get to it. I promise. So far, we understand this, but here's the part that a lot of people do not understand when it comes to a texting marketing platform. Let's say that I'm talking with Sal, and we're on Facebook, and Sal is a leader. And I went and looked at him on Facebook. I looked at his profile picture. I look at his history. I can see he's an MLM leader. But guess what I don't have? I don't have Sal's phone number. And normally, if I ask Sal for his phone number, he's not going to give it to me because he doesn't know me. But if I start having a conversation through text with Sal, and we have that conversation, here's what happens. Sal, at the same time, was looking me up. He goes, well, what do you do, Ron? What is it you do? We just started talking. Normally, he'll say that if I say, so Sal, what are you doing these days? He'll tell me, and then he'll ask me the same question. That's just the way it works. I'll say, Sal, listen, I'm in a hurry, but listen, if you'll text my name to this number, you'll get my digital business card. It'll tell you everything that I do. Now, here's what happens. This is what people, I don't think they understand this yet, but I'm going to try to make this as clear as mud to you, okay? When Sal takes my name, which can be one of my keywords, it can be pizza, Ron, whatever, whatever keyword I give him, because I want him in my MLM list, right? When he texts Ron Pruitt to that 10-digit number, here's what happens. He physically went and did this. This cannot happen by accident. It has to happen, right? So when he does it, the minute he texts Ron Pruitt to that number and hits boom, go, boom, That is a legal opt-in, ladies and gentlemen. Legal opt-in. What does that mean? That means whatever cell phone he was on at that time, that phone number has just been transferred to my back office in the bump card. I now have that cell phone number. Let that sink in for a minute. Now, what can I do with that phone number? Well, it's in my list. I can set it up for text to go out to Sal once every week or whatever. Or I can just text him and go, hey, Sal, you should have my digital business card now. I appreciate talking to you. What just happened? Sal goes, whoa, he just got my phone number. I didn't think about that. But the minute he hits go, here's what happens. He gets a text immediate from me going, hey, here's my digital business card. Just click on it and take a look. I'm going to tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't get any easier than that. And then I can set him up to send text, send text, send text. And at any given time, he can opt out. He can go, I don't want more text. I'm done. Okay. So now that you have the knowledge of what this thing can do, here's a suggestion that I would make. The suggestion is this. We're about to drop this in your lap, this text messaging. I would hate to see all of you wait and get it and then start marketing. What you should do is start going to Facebook and LinkedIn or whoever you're talking to that has a business and explain to them marketing in 2021. It's on the texting platform. It is texting now. It's the best way to market, right? Explain to them and then say, listen, we've got the best texting platform coming out. Listen, there is no place I'm aware of right now that you can go have unlimited people to text the keyword to your number, unlimited. That's the legal opt-in where you can get their phone number. That's free. You can do all of them you want. Absolutely, you can do 1,000 of them. Cost you nothing. But then for $10.97 a month, you can send out 150 messages a month. You can't do that anywhere else. You can't. Or is it $24.97 for 500? You can't do that. We have the best rate going. Another reason why it took us so long to do. So I would be talking to businesses or talking to individuals because let's face it, business is not ran like it used to be. Marketing is different now, totally different now. If I was you, I'd be getting on my Facebook page and doing a live video and I'd be going, hey, listen, we're in 2021. It's pretty safe to say that everybody here is going to have to market their business different than what we did just 10 months ago, 11 months ago, just because of the situation that we're in. It's totally different. So I happen to have teamed up with a company that has great digital footprint. And what we just brought on board is text messaging. If you want to do text messaging for your business at a lesser rate than most people out there, and let me teach you how you can use it to prospect and get leads with it as well, contact me. Contact me. Drew, Ron, we get unlimited keywords for our phone number and can have multiple, yes. The answer to that is yes, on both parts of that question. Guys, we made a decision. Now, listen, it took too long to put this together, but we jumped into something that we weren't astute on. I'll be the first to say that. But we never jumped out of it. We never threw in the bail, threw in the water. We didn't give up. We worked through it till we figured it out. But we wasn't going to bring something to you that we couldn't fit into the commission plan, and we couldn't fit into something that's worth doing. We could have went and got a text program from anybody and just added it to our thing. But it wouldn't do the things that we wanted to do. And we wouldn't have been able to fit it into a commission plan where you could sell it, make money on it. Look, some of you here, you don't even want to sell the bump card, and that's okay. It's fine. But you can go sell this text messaging program and still make commission on it. But let me tell you something. If you're one of those that don't want to sell the bump card, because it's not your gig, that's fine. But go sell somebody on texting program and get them to go, this is great, I love this texting program. Talk to them about the bump card. It's all about digital marketing in 2021. Do it the reverse way. Get their trust on the text marketing. Look, you need a digital business card, because now you can tie in the digital business card with the text message marketing. And when you say text Ron Pruitt to this number, boom, there goes your digital business card. It's right in front of them. They can see everything you do, videos, everything. It's your website. So I would implore you to get on Facebook, get out there, start talking to people about this texting program. It's very simple. You can do something like, hey, listen, I've been fortunate enough to join partnership with a company that got the most affordable text messaging program and lead acquirement program through text messaging that I've ever seen. It's inexpensive and it really works. If you would like to use it or take a look at it for maybe text message marketing for your business, just let me know. That's it. Sal, you're correct. Like your own personal library of info. It's exactly right. Exactly right. And imagine if you have a plethora of numbers and names. I'm just telling you, this is the easiest way to develop leads you've ever seen. The easiest way to do it. So you can sell the message. Yes, you can, Laura, you can. You can sell the messaging without the bump card. Because if that's the way you want to do it, and you earn their trust in the messaging first and then go out with the bump card, it's okay. We're not in the business to cut off our nose to spite our face. That makes no sense. We're not going to force you to go, no, you got to have a bump card before you can do this. If we were going to do that, we would have never made the text messaging individual where you can make commissions on that by itself. That's a good question, Laura. Good question. So we've been here 47 minutes. Everybody says that's great. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you something. We're just starting. The first thing that we're bringing on board is the text message marketing. I can tell you there is a lot of things coming. And it's all about our digital footprint, and it's all about marketing. And every company you can think of, and every individual's got a huge downline, and everybody individual's got a small business. Because of this situation we're in, everything we're bringing they need. Everything for marketing their company. So you will have the opportunity to say this. Say this. I'm an expert in pandemic prepared marketing. I have all the tools that you need. You can use them all, or you can select the ones you want. But I have everything. I have a digital footprint. I have text message marketing. I have poly targeting. I have contextual marketing. I have SEO. I got everything. I can build your, whatever you want, I can do. And it's all affordable. Imagine that. People seem to lean towards people that are experts in a certain niche. You can be an expert. You don't have to know anything and you can be an expert. Why? Because 5-point concepts will do it all for you. They'll do it all for you. You bring somebody to the table that needs text message marketing, that we're going to help you with to explain. You bring somebody that needs a website build, turn it over to them. You bring somebody that needs conceptual marketing, poly targeting, turn it over to them. They handle it. Simple. You can be the expert. Hold on, Michael. Let me see what you said. You said it's way up there? Oh, wow. Must be way up there. Gene Peterson, Mike and Carolyn. Ooh. Michael, can you retype it? Because I'm not finding it. Or just forward it down to the bottom or something, because I'm not finding it. What constitutes a message being sent out? 150 phone numbers sent to? KDL, yeah. When you send a message out to a phone number, that's one. Linda, Hilda. So is the messaging extra cost to join from the bump card? Yes, Hilda, it is. Okay, please see the question about considering a message on the 150 message limit. Yes, that one. Okay, got it. Okay. When is the text going to be on the website? Beverly, I can tell you in very soon. I'll tell you that. I'm not going to do something you're going to hold me to. I'm not. Because there's two things we're adding. We're adding two things. Two things. The two-way texting, and then there's one other attribute we want to add on there. But it's very soon, I will tell you that. I wouldn't tell you to go and start marketing it if I didn't know it was very soon. I wouldn't do that to you. Can you choose your own 10-digit number? No, you can't. They're issued to us as you come on board, and we turn it over to you. That's a good question, though. I'd love to have my own 10-digit number. It'd be good. Okay. Is that it, everybody? We've been here for an hour. I hope the teaching helped this evening. The 10 Commandments, the MLM 10 Commandments. I hope that helped you. But ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a great 2021 because we got some great things coming. And you can rest assured that the bump card's not going anywhere. 5-point concept is not going anywhere at all. We're here to for the duration to help each and every one of you. And we firmly believe that everybody out there needs marketing because it's something they don't know how to do, and that's what we're here to help them do. Okay? So that being said, folks, listen, God bless everybody. Don't forget, every Wednesday, we do the Strive for 5 call. It's like an open mic call. How do you get in there? Go sponsor 5 customers or 5 affiliates or a combination of the two. If you do that between now and Wednesday, you're in. Or when you do it, you're in that Wednesday. But it's a great conversation we have in there because it's just bantering back and forth, talking about, what we need to do, how to make it go faster. We get great ideas out there. And then Thursday, we will do our presentation as I do every Thursday. If you wasn't there last Thursday, I have all new slides now for 2021. So that being said, folks, thank you for hanging out with me for an hour on Monday night. I appreciate you being here. God bless everybody. And we'll see you Wednesday or we'll see you Thursday. Either one. Have a good night, everybody.